They don't come with fangs or claws, but these creatures are quietly devastating ecosystems around the world. From tiny insects to giant snakes, invasive species cause billions in damage, and in some cases, wipe out native wildlife entirely. But how exactly do they do it? And is there anything we can do to stop them? Let's dive into the most dangerous invaders on the planet, and you'll never look at a toad or mussel the same way again. Brought to the US through the exotic pet trade, Burmese pythons now slither freely through the Florida Everglades. These snakes can grow over 18 feet long and eat everything, from rabbits to deer to full-grown alligators. They've decimated native mammal populations by up to 99% in some areas, throwing the entire food web out of balance. Birds, panthers, and even alligator populations have been indirectly affected by their presence. Do you think exotic pets should be banned to prevent invasions like this? Originally introduced to Australia to control crop pests, cane toads became the pests themselves. These large toads secrete a poison that kills most predators instantly. They've killed countless native animals, including snakes, lizards, and even crocodiles, just by being eaten. And because they reproduce rapidly, there's now an estimated 200 million of them hopping across Australia. Even their eggs and tadpoles are poisonous. If your country had a cane toad outbreak, what would you do? Lionfish were likely released into the Atlantic from home aquariums. And now, they're devouring coral reef ecosystems. With no natural predators in the Atlantic, one lionfish can reduce native reef fish populations by nearly 80%. They compete with groupers, snappers, and other important species, unbalancing the entire coral ecosystem. Divers are now trained to spear and remove them manually. Yes, it's that bad. These glossy black birds were introduced to North America by a Shakespeare fan who wanted to release every bird mentioned in his plays. Bad idea. They now number over 200 million and outcompete native birds for nesting space and food. They also destroy crops in huge flocks and spread diseases like salmonella to livestock and humans. Introduced to US waters to control algae, these fish escaped into the Mississippi River, and now they're taking over. They outcompete native fish by eating massive amounts of plankton, the base of the aquatic food chain. Native fish can't keep up, and entire ecosystems are collapsing as a result. Plus, they're known to leap out of the water when startled, injuring boaters and damaging equipment. It might be hard to believe, but domestic cats turned feral are among the most destructive invasive species in the world. In Australia alone, feral cats kill over 1 billion native animals every year, including birds, mammals, reptiles, and amphibians. They've already contributed to the extinction of at least 25 native species. And yet, many people still feed or release cats into the wild, unaware of the long-term damage. These small mollusks came to North America in ballast water from ships. They attach to pipes, docks, and boats, causing billions in infrastructure damage. But worse, they filter out vital nutrients from lakes and rivers, choking out native species and destabilizing the entire aquatic food chain. Even power plants have had to shut down because of clogged pipes full of zebra mussels. Accidentally introduced to the United States from South America, these ants are known for their painful sting, but their impact goes far beyond that. They destroy crops, damage electrical equipment, and attack native wildlife. Their aggressive colonies push out native ants, reduce biodiversity, and have even injured livestock and pets. These large rodents were brought to the United States for fur farming but escaped into the wild. Nutria devour wetlands, eating vegetation down to the roots and turning lush marshes into open water. That destruction removes habitats for fish, birds, and amphibians, and increases coastal erosion, worsening storm damage in vulnerable areas. They've hitchhiked on ships to nearly every corner of the planet. While cute, they outcompete local gecko species and can spread parasites and diseases. Their impact may not be catastrophic, but it shows how even small stowaways can have long-term effects. Invasive species aren't just a government problem, they're a you problem too. But here's what you can do. Never release pets into the wild, no matter how harmless they seem. Clean your boots and gear when hiking to avoid spreading seeds or spores. Don't bring firewood across state lines. Bugs like emerald ash borers hide in the bark. Report invasive species sightings to local wildlife agencies. Nature is fragile, and even a single introduction can cause irreversible damage. Let's protect what we've got. Which of these invasive species shocked you the most? Or did we miss a scary one? Let us know in the comments.